Hey guys, Shanoa Grove here with Texas RIAs. I'm very excited to announce that I have Ellen and Sharon on from Two Ladies Buy Houses, real estate investors in Texas, real estate investors specifically in the Austin, Texas area. But I know you guys look at properties everywhere throughout Texas, and just wanted to spend a little time with you ladies and ask you a couple of questions about your business and how it's grown and transformed, what got you into this business initially, what keeps you here, and what you do to help people who are maybe in difficult situations move on to the next step, and how you guys are putting service in the community. So welcome, guys. I'll just ask if you guys want to give me like a 30-second, 45-second overview of a little bit about each of you. I think that would help to kind of kick us off, just so people can know a little bit about who you all are and what initially got you started.
Yeah, so my name is Ellen Bronkhart. I started in real estate investing in 2019, so a few years strong now. We initially started with real estate investing to do something extra, but what we really found out or really hearted was how we could help people. It's not just a dollars and cents type of business. It's you are helping lives out. Either that is making sure they can find a new home, making sure their credit doesn't get ruined, making sure they have a new roof over their head. That is really a very powerful sense of service that you can provide to people in need that I've not felt before anywhere else.
Yeah.
Awesome. Sharon, how about you?
Hi, I'm Sharon McGee. I have been investing in real estate, and I met you and Phil in 2016. I was with another program, and it was dollars and cents. And that didn't appeal to me as much as helping people. My dad had gone through a foreclosure in 2010, and it was a hard conversation to have with him. He called me up and explained what was going on. My mom was in a nursing home. There were a lot of hospital bills, and the house was falling down around him. And he said, "This is happening." And I went, "Okay, what do you want to do about it?" And he said, "I'm not going to let the bank win. I do not want to let the bank win." So I jumped in and didn't know what I was doing. So when I had the opportunity to get the training in 2016, it's been wonderful. We've helped so many homeowners, and it's so gratifying, so gratifying.
So I will say that, when I first got in the business of real estate investing back in 2003, my one and only objective was to replace the income that I wanted to leave behind from my corporate America career, right? Mm-hmm. And not have to go back to work for anybody else. And at that time, I looked at it, I'll be perfectly honest with you guys, I looked at it as dollars, dollar signs, right?
Right.
And I didn't really understand how powerful of an impact that you get to have as a real estate investor, as you get going. And sometimes people don't realize it until they get going. And I think, for me, at least, I didn't tap into, a big piece of the passion and fulfillment that I get out of it until I was starting to do it for a while and realize that, it's, even though I got in the business to buy, fix, flip houses and make money and replace my income, the amount of people that I was able to be of service to using the knowledge that, we built up over, the first even several years of us investing, that was just so very rewarding. And I always tell people the things that you got in this business to do. So for me to buy, fix, and flip houses, replace income, make money, those are only the things that you get to do. after you do all the other stuff that you had no idea on this earth that you would be pulled into service to do,
Right.
including, really, not just looking at it as dollar signs, not just looking at it as sticks and bricks, but really kind of digging in and understanding the individual situations and building a solution that obviously works for both parties, and coming into it with that mindset, I think, is one of the most, transformational mindsets you can have, and transformative in terms of, building a business around, being of service in the community. So I know you guys use several different strategies as part of your investing.
Yeah.
You want to, and I know this is kind of putting you on the spot and a little extemporaneous here, but is there a story maybe that you might want to tell about one of the, like, I don't know, I want to say wildest, but just like something that kind of came out of, you didn't know what was coming, and it was just such a great experience for you as a real estate investor. I know I'm kind of putting you guys on the spot. I don't know if you have one just immediately comes to mind of something that you did that was just like, wow, this is how I want to be perceived as doing business, and this is how I want to be perceived as helping people in my work.
Yeah, sure. So I think one of my favorite stories in our real estate journey has been a couple. They had been renting their house to a family member, and rent free. And unfortunately, these family members kind of had taken that gift and ruined it by ruining the house. So by the time that they moved out and they were ready to sell, because they didn't need another family member living in there and they would like the equity back in the house, they found out that by having their family members in that house, it incredibly decreased their house that they were trying to sell. So they still had a mortgage on it. They were honestly thinking, if we can't sell this house, we're gonna have to go back to the bank and kind of just let that be it. So we educated them about the foreclosure process, that it was really not the best way forward for them, because they were paying on time. They just, couldn't keep doing it if it wasn't selling. So we assumed a mortgage. We bought the house from them, we renovated it, and then sold it, and then basically fulfilled their mortgage. So they didn't have any payments. They didn't have any heartache anymore over this house. They didn't have to do any repairs themselves. They could just basically hand over the keys and let us deal with that problem and then solve it completely. I believe the first time around, after about a month or so after we had closed on the house, I actually got a thank you note from the lady around the first of the month, because she was so happy that all of a sudden she did not have to make those payments anymore. And it was such a relief for them and their family. And it was really heartwarming to help them in that situation. And it felt really humbling to be able to fix that problem for them.
The one that sticks out the most to me is we had a single mother contact us. She was behind over 2 years in her house payments. She needed to sell the house fast because it was going into foreclosure and it was going to be auctioned off. We purchased the house. We found her a place to live. We found her a newer, reliable vehicle. We sold the house faster than expected, so we didn't have the holding costs, which are utilities, insurance, maintenance, etc. And I was able to write her a check for more money and send it to her. She called me and she said, "Thank you very much. You don't know how much this means to me." So it's nice to be able to help someone out of foreclosure, but also be able to give more back to that person. That is what we strive for, is the ability to write a check after we sell the house.
I find that stuff like that, when you're able to kind of, give back or give extra,
Yeah.
just gives you such a high. It's like, is it better to give or better to receive? Just the energy kind of flow when you're giving, and then someone, it gives you that level of appreciation and really kind of affirmation, like, hey, you're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Man, I know for me, it makes me get up super early in the morning. It makes me get up with a smile on my face. It makes me get up stoked to get out there and do what I get to do, what I'm blessed to be able to do, and have that knowledge, and also be able to come up with creative solutions where, my guess is, in that situation, they probably wanted more money. There were some risks for you. You couldn't pay, more than what you could pay, right? Because we still have to look at the numbers, but you made a commitment to them by saying, if we're able to sell it for more than, what we think we could, or if we make more than what we have to make on this deal in order to make it a deal for us, then let's split up those profits, and let me set up a situation where I'm writing you another check. And that de-risk the scenario for you guys, right? When you're coming into it, because you don't know what's going to happen coming out. You don't know if the world's going to turn upside down right, in the process, which it certainly has over the last year. But you're still willing and able to share that upside with the person that you're working with, which I think is so very powerful. And I love that you guys are using those strategies to, not only, transform your own lives, obviously, but also just be of service in the community and doing what you guys do. And I definitely commend you for that, and the efforts that you put in, and so glad to have you as part of the Texas RIAs network, right? The largest association of investor associations in Texas. And so happy to be able to share that knowledge with you that has allowed you to unlock new things for yourself, as well as just kind of share the love and be of service in the community. So Sharon, Ellen, thank you guys for allowing me to spend some time to interview you and talk to you guys about what you do in your business. And I know that any homeowners that spend some time with you guys and work with you guys will be very lucky to do so, because you guys certainly have it on your hearts to share those blessings. So thank you all for doing what you do.
Well, thank you for having us, Shanoa.
Yeah, thank you for your time.